In this video, we're going to take a look at shooting your slide and what that can look like in a really subtle way. Sometimes it's not so obvious, it's a little bit more subtle, and we're going to zoom in on that here. So taking a look at the rower on the left, what we're here doing is we're approaching the catch slowly, and we're going to take a look at what happens during that approach to the catch. So we're slowly approaching the catch. Now take a look at the handle. You can kind of look at the angle of the oar, and let's watch what happens with the angle of the oar. The blade's going to go in. Okay, so now we can see the angle of the oar has changed. The blade is now in the water. And this is a good position to sort of look at to see that we're in the water and we're driving. But if we just go backwards a little bit from that, we can notice that there's some movement in the seat. So take a look at that. As the hands go up, there's a little bit of that movement in the seat. You can see the legs engage as the hands go up. So this is the beginning of shooting the slide. So the seat is moving and the hands are not even going with the seat, meaning as the seat moves back this direction, the hands are just staying more or less stationary. They're slightly moving up. But if you think about it in a very simple term, if the seat goes this way, the handle needs to also go that way. That's the real simple way of thinking about it. So let's watch as the seat moves back. Handle now is slowly starting to move sort of up and back because we're still putting it in. Now we're in the drive. The handle's moving straight back because we're connected. Seat's moving back. But notice how the shoulders are still quite a bit forward. You can see the rower in front is more or less vertical, whereas this rower still has some body lean. This is actually better on the rower on the left to have the forward body lean here. But as we step forward, we want to engage that core more. Still haven't engaged it, still haven't engaged it, still hanging, still hanging, still hanging. And now we see the legs are almost completely flat and we've barely done any body swing here. We've left it all to the end of the stroke. Keep stepping forward. Now the legs are completely flat right about here and we're still past vertical. We're still actually in front of the seat. Now we're going to swing back. Now basically what this means is that this rower is having to use only their body during this portion of the stroke to drive the handle this way, rather than allowing their legs to help with some of that load earlier in the stroke. So we want to see essentially a load on the core earlier in the drive and a swing earlier in the drive, so that the back end of the drive isn't just arms and body. Essentially this rower is rowing legs only for the first 3/4 of their drive, and then they're rowing arms and body only for the last bit of their drive. What we want to do is have these overlap more and have a stronger drive through the middle by allowing the legs to augment what the body is doing, as opposed to leaving the body and arms to finish the stroke all by themselves.